1, lag. Tom, you want to lag? Would you like to break? First frame, Tom comes to break, I'm ready.
So here we are in winners qualification as we draw towards really is the business end of the match. And here we see Tom Cousins, who won the lag and has broken the first frame. He's playing Mowgli, Clint Jansen. Clint, the current reigning champion. What a game this promises to be. Where's your predictions? So first frame is going the way of Tom Cousins. This simple black. And it's 1-0. Great break and dish from him. That's exactly how he wanted to start things off. There you see the other scores, all the other winners' qualifications.
Second frame.
Big break from Clint this time. A couple of pockets of problem. The red and yellow on the left-hand side rail, notably. So that red is not in the best place to try and move it. There is the red just on the black spot, which maybe he could try and shift it from there, but I think he's probably just going to have to try and double it. Come up a long way short of pace here, so having to play a safety shot, and that is not a telling safety. That was a tough little shot he was trying to play there. He didn't give it a massive amount of time either. Yeah, that was always a problem in trying to move the one that was on the cushion. As I say, I think he's probably wiser just trying to take the double. And he hasn't moved it. And even if he did move it, he wasn't guaranteed to be on it, which is why, as I say, I think it was just better decision just to try and play the double. And could cost him the frame, albeit that Tom now, I think he's tried to leave an angle on this one to knock it out. Can he still force it across? He can. And that's come out lovely. And yeah, that mistake from Clint is going to cost him. Tom looking good so far. So we've got a couple of predictions. Richard Reed saying 11-5 to Tom. Early on in this match, but if you could please like and share the stream. Obviously subscribe to the Beard Productions channel, and say it'd be good if you can share the stream across social media. Would be greatly appreciated.
Time ready.
I didn't get a chance to see how the bookie priced any of these games before it started. It would have been interesting to see, because there's some really close matchups there. I mean, Liam would have probably been a decent favourite over Greg. I imagine Scott Gillespie would have been probably 1-2 against Ben Flack. Jimmy Croxton, Ryan Clark, I imagine Jimmy would have just shaded it as a favourite. Adam Davis would have been favourite against Johan. Gareth Hibbert favourite against Jake. Dylan Leary, well, John McAllister would have been favourite there. Not much in any of those games, though, I don't think. Would have been interested to see the prices. Not what Clint was looking for. Screwed it straight in off. In fact, I can see a copy of the prices, so interesting. Wow. Ben Flack 5-2 against Scott Gillespie, who was 1-4. They don't rate you. Ben. 7-2 last time, 5-2 this time. Greg Batten 2-1 against Liam Dunster 1-3. John McAllister was 1-3 against Dylan Leary 2-1. Good value in Dylan there. He's a great player. John was 1-2 for this one. Clint 6-4. Yeah, all pretty close as I expected. Clint sporting the just got out of bed hair look. Wow. So let's get our attention into this game. I've just been doing a bit of sharing of the stream just to make sure that everyone gets a chance to watch this. Clint, the reigning champion of the Supreme Series. Tom Cousins, the two-time world champion. And he will be hungry. He'll want to take one of these events. He's never gone as deep as he would have liked, not appeared in any final. And this is a great chance for him to do that. This game to cement himself into the last 16. And he's now 3-1 up.
Fifth frame, Tom Cousins to break, leading by 3 frames to 1. Time running.
And now it's Tom's turn to break and straight in off into that top right corner pocket. It's plaguing both players at the moment. And now, again, a decent chance for Clint to get back on serve. First glance, you'd have to say, well, you'd have to say reds, I think, but you can make a case for either. Actually, looking at it, you can leave an angle on this yellow to break out these 2 balls, or at least one of these balls off the side rail. So, yellows, yeah. That one's okay, just gone below the middle bag, but it's still very potable, yeah. In hindsight, looking at the ball in hand situation, yeah, those were definitely the choice. I think he'd like to leave the one over the top right until last to get on the black. But in all honesty, he could use any ball to get on the black. But he will be looking to leave that one. He may have to play it after dropping the one in the middle. Maybe able to just stun across to the gap to play the yellow to bottom right. I could hold. Thought he had slightly more angle. Cue ball on and off the side rail, back through the gap. Oh, what a miss. I don't know what happened there. I mean, just a miss, I think. He's maybe just lost his focus fractionally. It was fairly elementary positional shot, just bringing the cue ball back through the gap. Didn't have to do anything. Throwing loads of side on it or anything, so quite an odd miss. And all of these reds go. Okay, it's hampered with that bottom right pocket, but they all go to the left. I think he's forced into taking the one down the rail first. He's perfect on it, so why wouldn't he? Hampered now by the rail. But could just run through.
Sixth frame, Clint to break, trailing by 4 frames to 1.
Again, apologies, the commentary's a bit patchy. It's getting lots of visitors at the moment into the room. So anyway, in the meantime, Tom Cousins is now 5-1 up against Clint Jansen. As this, well, it's one-way traffic at the moment. Other scores from around the room. Greg Batten 3-2 up against Liam Dunster. Good old tussle going on there. Ben Flack 5-4 against Scott Gillespie. Jimmy Croxton's getting the better of Ryan Clark. Adam Davis, Johan Attard 4 apiece. You can see the other scores. Luke Gilbert and Rob Warren on the hill 7 apiece. Mark Ball 3-0 up against Chris Melling. Sorry, we're just running through the scores there. So we just missed the break, but it's Tom. And he's made one of each. Where's his opener, is the question. There's the red he's eyeing up. He's closest to, I don't think he's got one. He's going to have to play a safety. Yeah, that's all he had. He's not left anything. He's not really left too much of an easy safe either for Clint. He's just going to punch this one down the table. Which player is going to blink first? Does he take a chance and take on one of the long ones? Take on the long red or the long yellow? He did take on one of the long ones. Took on the long red. And could pay dividends. He's got that one red tied up on the right-hand side. But he's got the ball in bulk, which is perfect. If he can leave the angle on, it's perfect to get that red out. He'll want to do that fairly early. I would imagine he'll probably do it as his next shot after this one. It's going to take... I think he's maybe, taking the double first. That's actually, yeah. That's definitely the shot. Just get that one out of the way now. While he had the chance, he hasn't got to come back for it then. Nice double. And now he's got a... this is a much better pattern, much better way of playing it. See, that's why he's 2 times world champion. He's left a lovely angle now just to come up and stun that out. And of course, if he misses it, he's still got the red in bulk. Lovely. Really well played. He is a delight to watch. Him and Phil Harrison made of the same mould. both great cueists, great cue ball control. Lovely. It's one-way traffic, as I said earlier. 6 frames to 1 now. And Clint is quickly going to have to establish himself in this game.
Frame. Since I absent the break, training by 6 frames to 1. Time running.
Lost the white again. Straight in. It's just not happening. And Tom, he's smelling blood. He doesn't need to be invited twice. Just ran out of position, no bother. Just take the long one to top corner. Greg Batten is now 4-2 up on Liam Dunster. That game is being streamed. It's on table 3. You can watch it if you so wish. If this one's not floating your boat, Jake McCartney and Gareth Hibbert action on table 4. Jake McCartney's 5-1 up on Gaz. That's the other streamed game. And there is one other, which is a ding-dong battle between Sean Chipperfield and Ronan McCarthy. I've heard that that is a cracking game. That's happening on table 11. So you can choose any of those, or you can just stick with us here on the main arena, where I will try and navigate you through this one-sided affair at the moment. Clint's going to have to do something big fairly soon. But when Tom gets this kind of lead, it's that little flick on the yellow has taken him quite a bit higher than he wanted. So he's going to have to travel the cue ball now. Here we go. Round the houses. Look at this for a shot. Look at this for a shot. What an absolute delight. 3 cushions around the table, all the way around the world, back to pretty much where he was a second ago. What a great shot. Didn't even have to think about that, just knew the natural path of the ball was taking him all the way around the houses. Pretty to watch. So losers games still ongoing. Losers round 4, that is. We know Rob Warren's through. We know Craig Marsh. Craig Marsh beat Neil Raybone 8 frames to 1. That's a demolishing job. A demolition job, should I say. Mark Boyle has just beaten Chris Melling 8-0. Wow. That is a scoreline you just wouldn't expect. Mark Boyle 8, Chris Melling 0. It could be possible that Chris left the building. I think he's got an exhibition to do this evening, so it may be that he forfeited the game, and all you saw there was the score ticking up. Don't quote me on that, because I don't know. It's just guesswork. Anyway, Jack Whelan on the hill against Carl Boys, 7-5. David McNamara, 8-3 against Mark Asprey. Phil Harrison, 4-3 against Leiden de Bono. Dejan Gress, 6-3 against Dom Cooney. And Chris Totten against Amin Bunif, 6 frames apiece at the moment. A foul there from Tom. Maybe we can just jump across. Well, the referee... Oh no, he's taking it off. I was going to say jump across to the main arena, but looks like he's already removed the rack. Just wanted to see what was happening. Table 5 has been vacated because they've already finished that game. That was Craig Marsh, 181. Rob Warren's come through that game at 8 frames to 7 in that Hill game against Luke Gilbert, as Clint Jansen gets himself another frame on the board. One were asking if anybody soft breaks. Yeah, they definitely do. There's a few players that do it. So there's several different breaks. It's historically the most successful break on these tables is to smash the front ball with as much power as you can while still retaining as much timing as you can. It's all about timing the ball. And there is another break which Mark Boyle is very good at, which is a side break. So you basically hit the second ball, cueing low on the cue ball to make sure the cue ball stays on the table. It's quite a light ball. If you're more used to the American tables, then these are quite light balls, so they leave the table quite easily. So if you hit that side ball with anything but screw, or anything but bottom, as you would call it, then the cue ball's going to be flying off the table. So it's definitely an art, and there is a tap break as well. We are playing the 4-point rule, which means that you have to take 4 balls above the centre line, or you have to pot. So tap breaks, you can't just run into them really softly. You have to make sure that 4 balls come above that centre line. And that really is in place just to avoid really negative play. Liam Dunster is a great exponent of the tap break. He's perfected a 3-point and a 4-point tap break. And when he wants to take a game dirty, he uses it to great effect. Another good, solid clearance from Tom. 8 frames to 2 now. Trying to watch this and keep my eye on other games and keep my eye on other scores for you as well. So the game between Jack Whelan and Carl Boys has ended. Carl Boys will be on his way back to Blackpool. Jack Whelan goes through into losers round 5. He will await one of the losers. Who will he be playing? He will play the loser of... the loser of this game. So Jack will play either Clint or Tom. Looking like Clint at the moment. Phil Harrison's just edged one ahead of Leiden de Bono. Oh, thought just for a second the red was going to come down and flick that red on the way past. Sorry, the yellow was going to... What am I saying? Getting in a proper muddle. The cue ball was going to come down and flick the red and go into the middle bag, but these are just such a delightful touch. It really is. Just these little kisses. So now, he did the same in the last frame, just a nudge to hold himself in position on this red, whilst at the same time developing the black, and another nudge there where, okay, it's not quite come off, but he's tried to nudge the red above those 2 yellows. The cue ball control to do this, I mean, just try doing it on your table at home. It really is phenomenal. And it shows that the guy is playing with so much confidence. So the plan for the red, he's already tried to nudge it out into play. I mean, it still goes. It goes to left centre. So if he could be somewhere just to the left of where the yellow is, right in the middle of the table, in the middle of bulk, basically, that would be ideal. He's going to try and move it again. The game's just easy when you can play like this, isn't it? I mean, he's moved it, and he's left himself a bit of fortune, obviously, but he's left himself the perfect angle just to screw down. He's on fire. If you can ever say that about Tom Cousins, because he never looks like he's on fire, because he just uses the same languid approach to every shot. That's really nice. (9-2). Right at the top there, you can see Greg Batten is 5 frames to 2 up against Liam Dunster. Ben Flack now 7-5. Remember the 5-2 shot with the bookies. 7-5 up against Scott Gillespie. Jimmy Croxton 9-5 against Ryan Clark. Johan Attard 6-4 against Adam Davis. Jake McCartney still beating Gareth Hibbert, but Gareth's fighting back. He was 4-1 down. Now it's 5-3. Dylan Leary. He was a decent price to beat John McAllister. 7-4 up Ronan McCarthy's taken the lead against Chippy. 8-7. Phil Harrison just shading against Leiden de Bono. That's in the losers round 4. Dejan Gresh is 7-4 and on the hill against Dom Cooney. Another break that didn't come out for Clint. Another containing shot. But he's thrown the gauntlet down here and said to Tom, if you're good enough to get them, then fair play, because Tom will be taking these on and it'll be reds that he takes on. Tricky opener. That red looks straight to middle, but it's not. It's just below the pocket, and that is a very tricky little cutback. In fact, it's the one he's going to take. Yeah. So, having thrown down the gauntlet, is Tom Cousins up to the job? He has to somehow do something with the red on the left-hand side, just above the yellow on the left cushion. He has to do more than that now. Because he's gone between the reds. He's done well, done really well. He's going to have to pull out another one. Big double coming up. Oh. Shot after shot. Oh my goodness me. How is that not dropped? Hit both jaws and looked for the world like it was going to fall in. So Clint has an angle now on the one to middle to go top of table and take this yellow out on the right hand side. And these rules, this rule set, you can't use your last ball to play a skill shot on the black. So he's going to have to try and move that yellow or find some kind of double. He'll definitely try to move it. As I say, the angle's there now if he wants to try. Not sure I'd have wanted to move that ball. So what's his plan here? Is he planning to land on it? You can try and land on it top side. Just get on that short rail to the right hand side. He's left a nice angle to land on it, but he's not going to. He's going to go for the double. Yeah, great double. Showing that Tom's not the only one who can make those doubles. That's a great shot. And a drop in black to pull back a frame, and it's now 9 frames to 3.
Frame, Tom comes to break, leading by 9 frames to 3. Time running.
Apologies for just missing the break. We can see the result of it. And it's another decent break. The reds look really good. We'll be taking the one over the middle first, running into the other red just to nudge it up the table. And everything is in the open. The black might slightly be tied up, but it won't be after this shot. He's just going to run up and nudge the black out. Pretty sure he's got the angle. I can tell you that Greg Batten's about to go 6 frames to 2 up on Liam Dunster after Liam made a big mistake. As I say, you can watch that game over on, I think it's table 3 or 4. You'll find it on the YouTube page anyway. It's table 3. Tom taking his time over this one. He's taken his extension, so maybe it's not quite as clear cut as I thought it was. I thought that this had a slight angle where he could just nudge up into the black, but if it hasn't, he can leave it next time. Oh, wow. Maybe I'm doing him a disservice there. Maybe that red that he was closest to doesn't pass the middle, but it looks for the world that it does. You've got to assume that having played that shot, it couldn't have. Well, that's a miss. Now Clint's turn to take his time to map this one. Just working out his route. That's come out okay. I think that yellow now passes to right corner. It does indeed. I don't know if he'll try and nudge the other yellow. I don't think he will. Well, he has. He's tried to nudge it. And well, he played that really well. Considering all his eggs were, well, not all his eggs were in one basket there, but he needed to land on the ball that he was knocking out. Otherwise, he had an awkward half-ball pot past the red. That's come out good. He should be winning this frame. So another one back from 9-2 to 9-4. That's all Clint can do. The longer he can keep Tom off the hill, the better chance he's going to have. And that's what it's all about now, 1 frame at a time.
14th frame. Clint to break, trailing by 9 frames to 4. Time running.
So Clint in the balls again. And a really nice shot to develop the yellow. And, well, if I'm not mistaken, I think that score is incorrect. I'm pretty sure it's 9-4.
Ball in hand.
Yeah, it is indeed 9-4. It's the scores. Well, it's just gone now. Look, but the scores are. It's a live feed from the Q Score website. And I think there was an issue with it syncing. But it's all caught up now. 9 frames to 4. And as I say, that miss from Clint should put Tom on the hill. Well, certainly will put Tom on the hill. Straight black to put him on the hill. 1 frame away. Ben Flack's got Gillespie 7 apiece now. Looks like Scott's finally found his game and he's got the momentum with him. Some good battles going on. Jimmy Croxton 9-7 against Ryan Clark. Johan Attard 8-5 against Adam Davis. Jake McCartney 7-5 against Gareth Hibbert. Gareth's been in some bruising contests today. Dylan Leary just 2 away, 9-5 against John McAllister. Ronan McCarthy 2 away against Sean Chipperfield, having been 8-7 down, now leads 9-8. All of those losers round games have now been completed. Apart from one, Phil Harrison's on the hill against Leiden de Bono. So in the losers section, await the losers from these games: Rob Warren, Mark Boyle, Craig Marsh, Jack Whelan, David McNamara, Dejan Grish, Amin Bunif, and it looks like the other one to join them will be Phil Harrison. They will play the losers from winners qualification. Of course, this is a double elimination tournament all the way down to the last 16. We'll do a draw for the last 16 where the winner's side will be drawn against the loser's side. Eight players from each half. So after the conclusion of this game, there will be a delay, a break between this round and the losers round. Of course, we have to wait for all the winners' qualification games to finish. So, you know, there's still some games there that have got a lot of play left. The Batten against Liam Dunster game, Batten's 6-3 up, so there's plenty of action left in that one. So, I would say there's probably going to be another sort of good 45 minutes before we're back on air. But if you've liked our YouTube channel, you subscribe to our YouTube channel, then you will get a notification when we go back live. But for now, this is Tom Cousins administering final rights with this black, and it's Clint Ianson who will go into the losers section. Straight into losers qualification for him. Not much he could do there. A few dry breaks have cost him, a couple of missed balls, but that was a great performance from Tom. And very good stuff. Well done, guys. And Tom Cousins marches on. He'll be back in action. He'll be in the draw for the last 16 tomorrow. We'll be back with the action upon conclusion of these losers round games. We'll see you back in the main arena in, as I say, at a guess, probably half an hour, 45 minutes. See you soon.